Be the realest shit I ever wrote. Yeah. Be the realest shit I ever wrote.
What's up, family? This your brother Black Juice, coming back at y'all with another podcast. I want to thank them all, my subscribers, my man Tyler out in Baton Rouge with the Wonderfully Difficult podcast. Check him out, you know what I'm saying? We plan on going back to the Black Effects Podcast Festival this year, so check me out on that one, you know what I'm saying? We plan on doing a lot of big things this year. I'd like to thank y'all, you know what I'm saying, for still being the ear, you know what I'm saying, still holding it down, you know what I'm saying, still staying with us. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to take that time out to tell y'all, I know I've been gone for a little while, but I thank y'all for still being here, and I thank y'all for still tapping in and still, you know, being able to be an ear, you know what I'm saying? And me being able to still be having somebody to talk to, my people, you know what I'm saying? And for that, and that one thing I like to say, peace, y'all. Y'all keep yourselves cool. Y'all keep yourselves wild, grounded, and y'all, let's just keep on doing what we're doing. Peace. All right, welcome to the Drop the Mic podcast from the OG Black Juice. We are back with another podcast. And of course, I'm podcasting with my sister. This is Tanaj, and her page is Tanaj and Tino. The topic of what we want to talk about today. That's that manifestation thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, being able to see something and say that I want it and achieve it and go after it.
Right.
And by any means, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the manifestation thing, because I know since the beginning, you know, you've like set out a certain goal for you and your family, you and your husband. And the things that y'all have done, like I say, Tamara Hall, that was a couple of years ago.
Right.
Between Malaysia and Mexico and all these different places my little sister done been to, you know what I'm saying? You've manifested this.
Absolutely.
You've seen this vision several times, and you're working toward this vision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. It's a principle. And, you know, it's like the principle of revolution, of evolution, the principle of electricity. These are principles in the world.
Right.
And I believe that manifestation is a principle in the world that we all need to kind of tap into. Yeah. Because if you want to have it, you have to be able to see it. Like what they say, faith is the evidence of things not seen, but things that are hoped for. You know, if we don't see it, doesn't mean that we're not going to continue to think that we can have it or achieve it. You know what I'm saying? The more that we work toward it, the more that it becomes a thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as manifestation, and you know, I've been having issues with manifesting different relationships, like with my job and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I mean, knowing that I want to be an inspector as far as what I'm doing right now. And I've seen it, I've envisioned it, and now I'm in the process of doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's helping me as far as like being able to manifest other things in my life. You know what I'm saying? But the distractions come in, and they play a big part. You know, you're not being able to go the way you need to go to. But you all have been, I'm not going to say that y'all haven't had any distractions.
Because
but
we have.
You have, yeah. But at the end of the day, y'all seem to still be focused.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all have like-minded and y'all equally yoked. And I love that about you and brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? That y'all stay equally yoked and equally focused.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who comes up with the ideas and who follows. That's not even on me, but I do know that somebody comes up with the ideas and somebody follows. And in order for to have a productive relationship, I think that there has to be a leader in certain fields and a follower in certain fields.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be somebody who's willing to be like, you know what, she has the vision or he has the vision, let me follow the vision without being selfish about my vision, because ultimately it's our vision. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, that's what it is. Especially if you're trying to work together as a team, like you're a unit, like your vision is my vision. So the more you help me to realize or reach my goal, you know, the better off or the easier life is for the both of us. You know, and I think, and I'm blessed because I have that, and we've been. It's almost 26. We'll be married 26 years in like a week.
Yeah, I was
March
there.
4th. Yeah.
I was there.
You definitely was there.
We got full as a motherfucker.
Right,
I'm still
you
not.
know.
That's one epic. That was an epic wedding. You know what I'm saying? My uncle made sure that was an epic wedding.
It was.
Yeah. We had a damn good time. Everybody, you know, it was a celebration that's continuing to keep going.
And it does.
You know
and it took us a while. It took us a while to get on track, like on the same page, because we had to grow up together, basically.
Course,
like we were 20, 21
of
when we met or whatever. So we had to grow up together, but we did eventually get on the same page. When we got on that page, then we set our goals. You know what I always tell you. You got to, you or anybody else, like, you got to have a plan.
Yeah, you got to have a plan.
You got to start with a plan.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation is, you got to start with a plan. Because what happens is when you go in head first, you know, with no plan or no support, then you end up ass out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Right. So you got to start with a plan, and then not just a plan, but you have to be willing to execute it. And then if you don't have nobody by your side, you got to be willing to execute it by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's not a problem sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes you have to be able to be self-sufficient on yourself.
And you do. And even in a relationship, sometimes you have to be self-sufficient because maybe that person don't see the goal all the way at the time or whatever. So sometimes you just got to get it for yourself until that person comes along and they're like, you know,
catch up or catch
right,
on.
I see what you were saying. All right, well, let's make this happen. Don't be too far behind.
No, because then I'm moving without you.
Right.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing something that you're just not interested in, and that causes a separation in a relationship.
And it does.
You know what I'm saying? So like you say, yeah, you gotta be equally yoked, family. You know what I'm saying? You have to have somebody who's willing to be a part of what you're trying to be a part of or what you're trying to build. You know what I'm saying? In order for it to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because like you say, you have to have a plan, but also not just have a plan that's in your mind. You have to plan and write it down. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to see that plan every day.
Right.
That plan has to be visual in front of you every day.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So when you wake up, you see what I'm trying to do or what we trying to do.
Right.
And maybe that helps your family or your person, your the person that's in your
and it could.
If they see it, they see it written down. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's a power in writing things down. You know what I'm saying? That's what, I mean, you know, I like to tap into different powers, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that there's principles that exist in this earth that us as black folks, we tend to believe in superstition, but we need to start tapping into principles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's principles in the sewing. There's principles in attraction. There's principles in love. There's principles in everything, and we have to learn how to, how to tap into these principles. That's why I say the principle of manifestation. Knowing that you want something out of life, knowing that you know you can see it. You know what I'm saying? But in order for to see it and really visualize it, sometimes you have to write it down. You know what I'm saying?
You have to write it down.
Yeah. You have to write that plan down. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because God will give it to you in your mind, and you'll think that you can go into it with just what's in your mind and forget a key thing that you should have just wrote down.
You have to visualize it. You have to look at it. You have to actually get it out of your mind sometimes and get it into the atmosphere in order for it to actually come to fruition.
Yes, that's another principle of speaking things
It's
into
speaking
existence.
because it's like, words can be considered spells at times. You know what I'm saying? So, speak it into existence. You have to also know that you deserve it, you know. Because some people want something that's so big that they feel like it's too big for them or they're not good enough for it or whatever the situation is. But you have to know that deep down inside what it is that you want, you can actually have it.
You can
because
achieve
he
it.
already said it. You know,
he
if
did.
whatever you want, you can have. You come to me, you
yeah,
ask, you can have it.
So definitely.
Yeah, you have to know what you want. You have to think about it. You have to write it down. You have to know that this is for me, and what's for me can't nobody take.
No doubt. And that's that part right there. Sometimes you have to convince yourself.
And
You know what I'm
sometimes
saying?
you do. Because sometimes you can sabotage yourself.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
That
can.
self-sabotaging is a thing.
That's a bitch.
It really is.
Because I'm a victim of self-sabotaging
you're
on
not
so
by
many
yourself.
on so many different levels. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
appreciate the fact that right now, the place that I'm at in my life, I'm better with not hurting myself and harming myself with the things and the moves that I make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As much as I used to. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point in time, I just didn't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now I care. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, that self-sabotaging thing has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And also a thing that I wanted to talk to you about that there's a key for me as far as being able to manifest some things is, I have to learn how to let some things go. You know what I'm saying? Like some relationships, I have to learn how to let some things go. Right. Some animosities, I have to learn how to let some things go. A lot of anger, I have to learn how to let some things go. Because in order to have that peace that I'm talking about, you have to be open-minded and you have to be free-minded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't continue to keep on holding things. And I tend, me personally, I tend to hold on to a lot of things. Like
why
if
do
I
you
get
think
into,
that is?
I don't know. Like if I get into it with somebody, right? And I got into it with you today, you dig what I'm saying? and I see you next week.
Yeah.
Those feelings
they still let it reignite.
You know what I'm saying? And now here it is, I'm dealing with you, not the way that I want to deal with you, but I'm dealing with you in the feelings. You dig what I'm saying? Like you did me something that I can't let go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a thing. That's a thing right there for me. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to let some things go, cause I carry some shit. What? You dig what I'm saying? I'll be right at your ass with it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You remember you did me this?
It gets too heavy.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? The load gets so heavy.
It does. And at our age, and at my age,
I mean, you can't say our. I mean, you can say our because I'm younger than you. But
yeah. But at this age, you don't want to have so much baggage.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? It tends to hinder you in the relationships. You know what I'm saying? It tends to hinder your relationships, and it tends to hinder your relationships from being healthy relationships. We're not talking about boyfriend and girlfriend. We're just talking about lifelong relationships.
Just relationships, period.
It hinders you. It doesn't allow you to be a good friend, a good husband, a good wife, a good boyfriend or girlfriend, a good sister, a good brother, a good mother, a good father. You know what I'm saying? It hinders you because you're not allowing things to go. Because there's some people, right? I found out that there's some parents that hold resentments toward their children.
And that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I'm talking about whole cold resentments toward their children. Maybe they had them at a young age and wasn't able to go and be whatever they felt like they was going to be because they had responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, like I said, you have to learn how to let certain things go because I want peace. I want a peace that surpasses all understanding at this point.
Right.
And in order for me to have that peace, I have to allow God to cleanse my mind. You know what I'm saying? And I have to identify certain things.
You have to know what it is, right?
And
that's the thing. That's one of the things about it. Well, being self-aware is a good thing. And as long as you're self-aware and you know the things that you need to work on and not just knowing, but actually
doing something about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually working on it. Yeah. Not just saying it's here and it's just going to go away because it's not.
Right.
We wire it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like I say, animosity is a real thing.
And it is, and it can be, and it can eat you up if you allow it to.
You can have a partner, right? I'm talking about a cold-blooded partner, somebody that you really that shared a whole lot of years with, and have animosity toward them for something that they did a long time ago, and have never let it go. And you can continue to beat that person over the head with that same goddamn thing, to the point where that person be like, you know what, I don't want to deal with you no more.
Right.
Because the forgiveness never came about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said I forgot about it, but I didn't forgive it.
Right. Or vice versa.
Or didn't forgive. Yeah, you're right. Vice versa. It could definitely be that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a principle also that I'm practicing right now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this hiatus that I took, it has allowed me to see me in some different lights.
Yeah.
You know
sometimes you need to step back sometimes in order to be able to do so.
Yeah. And realize that the things that I'm doing or the things that I've done has not gotten me to the point that I want to be. So now I need to start developing better skills. You know what I'm saying? I need to start taking in the better principles and plugging in different powers.
Right,
you know
because you already we already know what to do. It's just applying what we know that we have to do to actually doing it.
And it gets there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
After a while, you learn. Or you don't learn, because there's people that
and there's people that never learn.
Like my father, for instance. My father wasn't never truly in my life. You know what I'm saying? Benny was never truly in my life. He was there occasionally.
Like you knew who he was.
Yeah, but he really wasn't there.
Right.
And for a long time, I held animosity toward him because I felt like he could have done better as a father. You know what I'm saying? And then later on in my life, I had sons. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that it's certain ways that men deal with sons that men don't deal with daughters.
Right.
Or daughters don't deal with mothers. But men deal with sons to try to make them harder, try to make them, ready for the world. You don't want to soften them up. You want to just make them ready for the world.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I had to realize that, whatever Benny went through was Benny's personal problem. I cannot, a lot of kids nowadays like to blame their parents for their downfalls.
And they do.
And I mean, they'll sit up there because this is a new generation. They want to find somebody to blame, you know what I'm saying? Or, whatever the case may be. And they want to blame the parents for the downfalls. But at the end of the day, sometimes, you have to take acceptance and responsibility for whatever it is that you did or whatever you're going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is just your thing.
Right.
And that's what I had to do with Benny. No matter what he did to me, it didn't make, it's one or two things you're going to learn what to do with your parents. You're going to learn to the right thing or the wrong thing.
The wrong thing.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's the right thing that you choose to do. And you don't necessarily have to follow any footsteps.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Because you're your own individual. You know what I'm saying? So forgiveness had to come into play with my father. Because I remember when I was wanting to buy me a bike, or I wanted a bike, and he told me he would buy it, but it wound up being my parent that wound up buying a bike.
Yeah.
And I still felt a certain type of way to today.
Because
not to today, but
right,
maybe a couple of years ago, behind that, when I was able to talk to him. And sometimes you need to have conversations with people too. That helps you to be able to forgive. You know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
true. Right.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? It's I'm a work in progress.
I mean, we all are.
Yeah, we all are. And at the end of the day, as long as I'm identifying these things that I need to work on, you know what I'm saying, I can work on them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
I know at the most inner part of me as a man, I know that I'm a good man.
A good person.
Yeah, I love my family. You know, I'm a protector of my family. And at the most part, you know what I'm saying, I'm a giver, not a taker. You know what I'm saying? At the most part, I feel like there's so many good attributes that I have that sometimes I just, like you say, just need to sit back and just fall back and kind of work on the things that I know that I need to work on. And also a thing that you said was that I need to know that I'm worthy.
Worthy of receiving the shit that you know you can have.
Yeah, worthy.
But and I think that's where a lot of people, whoever, a lot of people fall off like that, not really feeling like they are worthy of the things. Like you can see it in your future like that, and I can see it, and I know I can do it, and I can work for what it is that I want. But am I really worthy of having it? And that's where a whole lot of self-sabotage tend to come in, because I don't really think I'm worthy of it. I don't deserve this shit anyway. So I'm going to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to even go there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
so
that's
if they're saying go here, and I need to go and then train
fuck
myself.
Fuck
all that. You know what I'm saying? It's taking too much fucking long.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Like you say, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, you have to know your worth.
You would do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you have to not even know your worth, you have to give yourself some worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, I mean, if you're not here, it's a lot of people that's going to suffer. It's a lot of people that's going to be hurting. It's a lot of people that's going to be in a lot of pain. You have to know your worth to your family. You have to know your worth to your children. You have to know your worth to your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, whoever. They say, know your worth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And walk in that worth.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Stand on that business. This is who I am. I am somebody.
Yeah.
I am a king, or whatever it is you choosing to call yourself, a God, whatever it is. I don't care what you call yourself, but know your worth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Forgive yourself. See, a lot of times that comes into play where you need to learn how to forgive yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because for a long time, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of things that has happened in my life and a lot of people that I've lost in my life, I didn't know how to forgive myself.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? When I knew that I should have been doing better, it was like, okay, well, why I didn't do better back when such and such got killed? Or why I didn't do better back when I lost such and such in my family.
Right.
Or why I didn't do better back when, this one here came down the pipe and she was good to me and whoop and why, you know what I'm saying? I have to learn how to forgive myself, you know what I'm saying?
You do.
The opportunities I missed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to be like, you know what, Benny? It's all right. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta forgive yourself.
Yeah,
and
you
gotta give yourself some grace
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
because I mean, a lot of times, a lot of us was dealt some crazy cards.
Yeah, we were.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were.
Ain't nobody tell us how to play them bitches. We just played them how we thought.
Yeah.
So you learning, people learning, we don't know, and then when we do know and we still fuck up, you still gotta give yourself some grace. You know what I'm saying? But you also have to know that, all right, well, I gotta get this shit together.
Yeah, you do.
Type shit.
Yeah, you do. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's your life. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's responsible for your life but you. You know what I'm saying? Your lady not responsible for your life. You're responsible for your life. Your children not responsible for your life. You are responsible for your life.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And forgive, like I constantly keep telling you, like I said, when I told you I wanted to talk about this, like forgive the people that have hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's a hard goddamn thing.
And it is.
Somebody slap you
And
in your
it
face
really
and turn the other
is.
cheek. I mean, literally turn the other cheek and let them slap the other motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it took me, I don't know what it is, nothing but the grace of God. Because I used to be just like that. You did me something or you did something that I feel disrespected me or whatever the situation. And then I'm on 1,000, like real quick.
Automatically,
The person that sits in front of you today is not the person. Now I can go back. but I refuse to revert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it took a while. It took a while, and sometimes I still feel like people aren't as good to me as I am to them.
Yeah.
But then I had to realize too that maybe I'm here to be good to people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting I'm getting, all the things that I'm getting from God because I am blessed a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
Pure heart.
Right. And
Your
when I do,
are
they are.
Yeah. And that has a lot to do with it too, because like I said, man, you're right. I've been good to so many people who I felt like maybe taking advantage of it, maybe to my kindness for a weakness or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? I still got money in my pocket. I still got breath in my body. I'm still able to work. I'm still able to do this. I'm still able to love. I'm still able to have families and productive relationships.
Right.
And God is continuing to bless me.
Absolutely.
So no matter what it is that I've done or what they've done to me, no matter, it didn't determine what I've done for them.
Absolutely.
Or what I've done for whoever.
And you still get blessed.
And it's the blessings are still coming.
Because some people could turn around and look at it like, dang, how he did this, or how she doing this, or how they, you know what I'm saying? You get knocked down, but then,
because
you right back in
pure.
it.
Your intentions were pure.
You right back in it.
You didn't do it, but you didn't do it looking for or expecting to get nothing out of it.
Right, and it wasn't with no foul intent or none of that.
No. But it's a hurting thing to see somebody just use you and you know it. You know, so we go choke a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He gonna slap the shit out of motherfucker.
Like, okay.
You refrain. You refrain. You realize that that's not what I'm going.
Because then at the end you realize that if you try to, take care of it, then you lose out in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Because you block your blessings. Because at the end of the day, I had to learn that vengeance is not mine.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I got to do what I do and, let him do what he do. And that's it. That's how I've been finding peace more, like that.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful thing, though, you know what I'm saying? When you're able to find peace,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? When you're able to fellowship with the Lord, you know what I'm saying? When you're able to have conversations with the Lord and get some answers, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, your heart is pure and your intentions are pure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you come into it to try to hurt somebody, take nothing from nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it continues to come back. It continues to come back 1,000-fold.
And it does.
You know what I'm saying? You give out $100, you get 1,000 back.
And it comes
back.
That's
1,000-fold. That's it's constantly keep coming back to you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that's another principle. It's the principle of reaping and sowing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do, families, I'm trying to get us to have a principle-driven life. You dig what I'm saying? I want us to have principle-driven lives.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying? I want you to know what the principles are, how to tap into the principles, and how to use them in your life. That's the problem I have with some churches, right? You go to church, and church, it's that feel-good shit. You dig what I'm saying? Where you everybody clapping, and they running around, and you feel good, and as long as they're singing the hymns, you're feeling good. But when you walk out, you can't apply it to your life. And you don't know, you know what I'm saying? You got the information, but you don't know how to use it.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? And that's part of the Drop the Mic podcast, to try to understand the principles and how to apply them to our life and how to be better people. You dig what I'm saying? Be better Christians, be better, whatever it is that you choose to do, but be better people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm keying in on principles this year.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want us to have more principle-driven lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the principle of reaping and sowing, the principle of manifestation, the principle of forgiveness. There's so many principles in the world that existed in this world long before we got here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you plant an apple seed in the ground, an apple seed will grow. You know what I'm saying? That's that reaping and sowing thing. So if I plant righteousness in the earth, then righteousness is going to grow. If I plant forgiveness in the earth, forgiveness is going to grow.
Right.
These principles been here longer than the thing's been here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's a blessing to just be able to just come back and fellowship with you all. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a long time, family. I know it's been a long time. I've been out of pocket for a while, you know what I'm saying? Between me being on that water and me being, working and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. But I mean, I do appreciate having the opportunity to come back and, be able to talk about some things, you know what I'm saying? Get some things You know, I mean, I know y'all just don't be wanting to see me, so I try to break the monotony. I brought my little sister up in
and
here.
I don't mind,
you know. What I'm saying? I brought my little sister in here.
I don't mind.
Yeah, because I know y'all don't just want me talking and talking and talking and
but
talking.
I'm sure they don't mind you talking.
Yeah. But it's always good to have somebody else's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because you could get caught in your own head, and I could be saying a whole lot of shit within my own head. You dig what I'm saying? And in my own head, it sounds good. But then somebody else be like, but you know what, though? Why you ain't think about it like this? And I'd be like, damn,
I could have.
That's an idea right there.
But I ain't had nobody there to bounce it off of.
No, I didn't.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying you're just, just speaking on my own. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, it's always a blessing to be able to come together in fellowship. You know what I'm saying? And just get it together. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because in life, man, we just gotta, you know what I'm saying? No matter how old you is, you're never too old to learn something new.
Never.
If you're too old to learn something new, then it's time for you to die because it's a wasted life at that point.
It's time for you to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I learn something new every day and look forward to it.
Yeah. And definitely. Because
look forward to it.
I know you and mom in church and everything in this new church that y'all going to. And I mean, like I said, that's a beautiful thing. But you get fed new things, and I mean, like I say, you get that feeling of fullness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not just like I've been there.
Yeah.
So I know it's just not a feel good church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's a place that you could actually go to, and this man's actually teaching.
And he's teaching.
Yeah.
Well, him and his wife.
Him and his wife. Yeah, they be double teaming sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I encourage people that if y'all get into, it could be meetings, groups, church, whatever. Go somewhere where people can feed into you and make you full. You know what I'm saying? Like full within, not full food wise, but full within. You know what I'm saying? Work on being better people. You know what I'm saying? Work on having a better way of living and better ethics.
Yeah.
Better respect and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it moving because we want to be better people in 2026 and on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got things we have to do. You know what I'm saying? To drop the mic, family has things we have to do. It's an Argentino family. They have things that they have to do. You know what I'm saying? So we have things that we have to do. And it's just a blessing to just be able to come together and just be able to say, hey, let's put it on the table and let's dissect it and work with it.
Absolutely.
You know and I appreciate always being able to come here and do my pods, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes, you got that.
Yeah. Sometimes it just be like, I just want to talk about some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about, when you was doing, your BG, back.
I knew you was
or back when you was doing, you know what I'm saying?
Why ain't nobody playing with
track,
you?
You know what I'm saying? Or coldest in the city with the, you know what I'm saying? 400, you know what I'm saying? And
I know you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, she was the shit. Carver stayed in the and y'all stayed up there. Y'all was constantly
one of
the top teams.
Sure, state championship, 5 times.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. My sister, she always, and then it's always a good thing. It's always a good thing when I come and bring my people in front and we able to, go back and relive some things that we've been through. You know what I'm saying? So we have some fun about it, laugh about it. But at the end of the day, the meat and the bread is we trying to help each other to be better people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we come here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate this Drop the Mic family for being here. I know it's been a while, but we about to start getting this rotation back the way the rotation need to be. You know what I'm saying? And this is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's been a while. So I had to get back off in the microphone, in front of the microphone, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk my shit, pop my collar, you know what I'm saying? So I'm back to talking my shit and popping my collar, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, family, remember, you know what I'm saying? These are principles that we can apply to our lives. The principle of manifestation is a principle that you can apply to your life. Manifest it. If you want it to be, and you just put it in writing. Put it in writing and see it before yourself. Put it on your mirror. Put it on the top of the roof of your bed when you wake up so that you can see this vision and constantly see it. The principle of forgiveness. Always be able to forgive. Because you want the same grace that you want to, you need to give the same grace to people that you want. You know what I'm saying? And also the principle of reaping and sowing. We'll work upon these principles as we go along. Like I said, man, it's just the beginning of what we're doing, family. And I appreciate y'all being. Check out Tonight Argentino. Absolutely. Of course, this is family, you know what I'm saying? So we all plugged in. Check out Tonight Argentino. Make sure you stay part of the Drop the Mic family, you know what I'm saying? Comment, like, and share, You know what I'm saying? Please like and share because we need to get it out. I think I got like 70. I had one I had, 8,000 views on, but it's like it didn't manifest sharing. I mean, it didn't manifest subscribers. We need subscribers, family.
Yeah,
you know
make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button.
Just like.
Yeah, just don't like and
just
see.
Watch.
I need y'all to subscribe.
Right.
You know, I need y'all to tap in. We need to be tapped into each other so that when you're going through something, I can bring it to you. I can bring it before the family. We can deal with it. Or when I'm going through something, I can bring it before you because you're the family and we can deal with it.
Right.
So family, like I said, man, it's the Drop the Mic podcast. Short, sweet, to the point. You dig what I'm saying? Another one in the books. And I'll see y'all the next time. Peace.
Deuces.